Welcome to the Daily Squeeze, take 45. What are you drinking? I have a frog in my throat. Welcome, I'm Kelly Drobeck, and today I just want to talk to you about what are you drinking. So what we're drinking can have a big impact on our weight loss. Obviously, my broad topic for the week that I'm going to relentlessly talk about is hydration. And that's because it's getting warmer here in Cairns, that humidity is definitely spiking, and I am thirsty. I don't think I have drank so much water in forever, and it's really showed me how much I wasn't drinking over the winter period, which now that that's passed, that's okay, but something to be mindful of next winter for me. So what are you currently drinking? Do you start off the day with water? Do you start off the day with coffee? Do you start off the day with a juice, a smoothie? Do you drink fizzy drinks, soft drinks, Coca-Cola, there's pop, we call it. Whatever it is called, let me know some of your favorite drinks. So today what I want to do is just take you through some of what's in some of our drinks. So I have just ran around the house like a nutter. It was my first time in a long time going into Mark's beer fridge even. So he has a fridge in the garage and he keeps it stocked with soft drink and pretty much alcohol, beer mainly. I did find a bottle of wine in there, which I was pretty impressed with today. But that goes to show how much I'm not in there. For me, I start off the day with my lemon water every morning. Mark is lovely and he makes it for me while he makes himself his coffee. So obviously we are made up. The camera, again, I purposely moved it so hopefully it wouldn't dance for you, and of course it is. So anyways, we're going to keep working on that. I promise. There it goes again. Yeah, I don't know if it's just, anyway, I'll keep researching that. But as you can tell, I'm trying new things. So I start off with my lemon water every morning. Mark's lovely. He makes it for me when he gets up and makes his coffee. Water, obviously, we are made of anywhere from 60 to 85% water. So it's essential for us. Our body's made up of it. We need it to survive. We can get it from food, and that's what a lot of people rely on actually, or they think a little water in their coffee is enough water. Sometimes you're unaware of how much water you're not drinking rather than how much water you're trying to drink. So have a little play around. A good way to just watch it is put a post-it note right next to your desk and just tick off every time you have a glass of water. A glass is considered 8 ounce, 1 cup, 250 ml. When you have around that, it doesn't have, again, progress, not perfection, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I always have this jar of water for myself around the house. I start off with my mug, and then I move to my jar. I'm usually obsessed with 1 cup or another around the house. This is another one of my cups that I love. It's a mug. It is for hot and cold drinks. Mark's been obsessed with that one lately, so I'm allowing him to use it. I should watch my words, hey? So yeah. We are made up of water, so it is vital for us. So we need to try and be mindful about how much we're drinking. A good exercise for it is just keep a notepad or a post-it note right next to your keyboard or right next to a cup of water on your desk or your water bottle, and just tick it off as you go. Aim for 8 to 12. I like to say now 2 to 3 liters. It does depend where you live, how active you are, what your age is, what else you're consuming. All that stuff takes a big part in it. So it's not a one size fits all. throat today. Just not feeling it. I hope I'm not getting sick. Anyway, that was the rest of my lemon water for this morning. I'm a bit slack today. Water obviously is no calories. It's perfect. If you're hungry or if you are craving some food, be mindful about whether you're hungry or if you're just thirsty. Sometimes when we go to eat quite healthy, the best thing we can do for ourselves is have a glass of water and see if that quenches our craving, because there's not really a different craving from thirsty to hungry sometimes. If it's in your stomach and you're actually wanting something, it can kind of go either way. So you have to figure out what that way is for you. The best way is to try water first, just because it's simple, it's no calories, and it will help you on that weight loss journey. So I always have my jar around the house. I do have a couple different jars. We do have cups of water everywhere. Like you may have seen this one in videos, that's always on our counter. That's one of Ruby's water dishes. I find the more I put all over the house for her, the more she drinks. The more she drinks, the happier she is. Like you can tell end-to-end process, what goes in must come out. If she's drinking more water, everything at the other end is perfect. If she's not, if she's dehydrated as a cat, that's not so great. I'm sure you can see it in yourself as well. So the more water you drink, the happier the process. I won't get into poos too much today, but believe me, the poos are coming, the poo chats. I'm big on toilet humor. You will be learning that shortly, but for today I'll just say what goes in, does have a big impact on that resulting process of elimination. So be really mindful of that, and sometimes all your body is craving is water. Now besides water, there is a plethora of drinks and stuff out there. So some of the stuff we have in our house, first I'll start off with my breakfast. So Mark's made me a juice. It's cucumber, orange, and apple. He's put some veggies into his juices, so it's great. One of the reasons we're juicing right now is I started to feel really unwell in the tummy. And when I was making my smoothies, nice cold drink, a smoothie pretty much your body has to separate the vitamins, minerals from all that fiber. And if you're a little bit inflamed and stuff, it's a bit harder. So if you're juicing, you're getting those vitamins and minerals straight, and the juicing, the slow press juicer actually just extracts that fiber from the fruit and vegetables. So Mark's home today, so he was lovely enough to make me breakfast, because I don't have any oats left in this house, and I can't believe I've done that. However, so with the juice, obviously there is calories, there is natural sugars in it. Cucumber is made up largely of water. It's not very high in calories, so it's a great vegetable to put in juices, smoothies, salads, anywhere I can fit extra cucumber in. I love the taste of it, so I'm quite happy to do that. Another topic that most people, another topic. Happy Monday! Another drink that most people will have is some kind of milk. So we have Mark's full cream milk. If I read a little bit about what's in this, it's per serving. So a serving size is a cup, so 250 mils, 8 ounces, again, same diff. You're looking at 160 calories, and you're looking at 12.5 grams of sugar. So a teaspoon is about 4 grams of sugar. The daily recommendation is about 4 to 6 teaspoons. So you're looking at 3 teaspoons of sugar in a cup of full cream milk. I have my almond milk. I do get the unsweetened kind. For this, I'm looking at, for a serving, again, 250 mils, 8 ounces, 40 calories. with 0.3 grams of sugar. So that's partially why I have almond milk, plus I like the nutty taste. Some people call it milk, some people call it nut juice, some people call it almond water. Call it what you will if you like it. Does it have a lot of other goodness in it? Not really. There's a bit of fat in it, monosaturated fat more than polyunsaturated fat, a little bit of trans fat. Total carbohydrates are 1.8 grams. If you're interested in more in this, I can do some label reading. I like to just have a look at the calories and the sugar to be mindful, because I know if Mark makes a coffee in the morning, and if he would have a black coffee, it'd be about 2 to 5 calories. If he has a coffee and it's a glass of milk or more, he's looking at 160 to 420 calories. So that, like, it makes a big difference. I'm so sorry about my camera. I have no idea why I'm coming at you and changing colors, and I don't know if you can even see it, because sometimes when I watch the replay it doesn't show as much as what I can see, so let me know. But that's milk. So have a think about what coffee you're having, how much you're drinking, how many glasses of coffee or cups of coffee do you have per day, how much milk are you putting in it, and what kind of milk. Skim milk is less calories. There is a little bit more, it goes through more of a processed, the process has more chemicals in it to take out that full fat in the milk to make it the skim milk. So more chemicals go into it to essentially change what it is, and then it's sweetened with sweeteners. So I'm not sure off the top of my head what it would look like for the label, but I can definitely look into that if you're interested. Something else that was a go-to for me over the holidays was hot chocolate. This mint hot chocolate one, I didn't really read the label too much, but it is per packet, so it's a packet, so I don't go overboard with the teaspoons. It was more of a sometimes treat food for me at night. 59 calories per packet and around that 5.3 grams of sugar. So a bit more than a teaspoon. There's a whole bunch of other stuff in it. So obviously not the best option, but another option that we have in the house. And I'm just going through what's in the house so that you can be mindful of how much stuff changes. I don't know about Milo. I know that Milo is a big staple in houses these days. I don't have any here, but have a read, just even if you look at the calories and the sugar. And if you don't mind, that's fine, but if you are on that weight loss journey, you will want to just be mindful of everything. Black tea. Black tea is about, it says negligible. I'm gonna it's probably not too much. It's going to be less than a cup of coffee. If coffee is about 2 calories, not going to be much. It's the milk and the sugar and everything that you put in it that builds it up. So have a think about how you're having your tea, when you're having your tea, and how it actually affects you. I drink a lot of herbal tea. I have green tea here. The energy, so the kilojoules is less than 0.15. So herbal tea to me is like having a glass of water. So green tea. A little bit of flavor for you, something to change up just that plain water, but still for the weight loss journey and stuff, the calories are golden, and it is a good substitute for all the caffeine that we do drink. So be mindful about that as well. I'm not going into caffeine today, I'm just kind of looking at other drinks. Now the other drinks I found around the house is tonic water. Tonic water is surprisingly quite high in calories. You're looking at 388, kilojoules. I believe it's around that 400 kilojoule mark is 100 calories. I guesstimate it like that. I don't go for perfection. I don't want to know it down to the T. I like to round things off because it's just about being mindful to me. When I first started to really look into label readings, I got quite really into it, and it was just a waste of my time, to be honest. I got over consumed with it, and it took up a lot of my time, where even cooking I was really so overly, I was pretty much obsessed with it almost, where you don't have to get like that, but to be mindful, we have everything written on our food and like on the labels for a reason, because everything written on the front and all the advertising isn't necessarily telling you the truth. So we have to turn to the labels to read it. So tonic water is a bit high in calories. Soda water would be less. If you need those little bubbles, it is great to have every once in a while. I do mix it with gin. I mix soda water with gin as well, and I love it with lime and ginger and all that fun stuff, mint and goodness, which you can also just put in your water for even more goodness. I am throwing these back in the fridge because they are all sweating already. Something else I found in our pantry is Diet Right Apple Strawberry Guava Cordial. I know Mark opened this recently. It's been sitting in there since we moved into this house pretty much, so I think around February, March earlier this year. Best before 11/04/19, so still good. It is serving size 250 ml again. Energy 25 kilojoules. Sodium is quite high, and the sugars are 1.3 grams. Again, this is diet, so it will have those probably the sweeteners, and let's just look the ingredients. Water, reconstructed juices, so apple 45, guava 3%, strawberry 2%, food acid, citric, yum. Natural flavors, what does that mean? Sweeteners 952, 950, and 955. Delicious, nutritious, and yummy. What does that mean? So when I start reading something like that, that really makes me think, man, I'm already like putting some not so great stuff inside me, but do I really want to be putting that kind of stuff in there? And then you have preservatives 202, 223, natural color 163. How is something natural numbered? And then you have thickener 466 and vitamin C. And you need to dilute this in water, it says, but knowing what's in there, there's a lot of processed stuff. This is why processed food is, I like to say, stay away from it. Now, I got this purely because I was drinking quite a bit of water earlier in the year, and I was trying to mix it up. I wanted to put like a dash of this in. I did try it the day Mark had it. I think he was mixing it with tonic water. Not great. I haven't been back for it since. It was still tucked in the cupboard. Happy to have it if friends want it or something like that, but again, not fussed. After reading the label, really put off of it, but that's me. but that's why I'm doing this for you guys, just so you can be mindful. I have Mountain Dew here, 737 kilojoules per can. Sugar's 46 grams, so 46 divided by 4. So you're looking at about 11 something tablespoons of sugar in here when your daily recommended value is 4 to 6. This would probably be my go-to drink, and I really get mad that Mark has it out there, but I will steal a sip of his every once in a while, even though I know it's not great. But like I said, I'm not perfect. I don't say I'm perfect, and I try and be as real as I am. I could be one of those people that takes all this weight loss knowledge that I have to the extreme, where I fall off the face of the earth because all I think about is eating really, really well and exercising so much that I kind of go overboard, and I've gone too far off that spectrum. So I've really pulled it back, and I like my lifestyle that I have. I'll never say no to food. However, if I am trying to lose a little weight, or like I know that our big holidays coming up to the States, I'm going to be really mindful before the States, because I know in the States I'm not going to be as mindful. I can't wait to go home and have my favorite home foods. Will they taste the same to me? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes I don't want them anymore. But I still have a go. And Mark hasn't been to the States too much, so it's still really fun for him to, you know, eat all the fun stuff that kind of I grew up with. So Sunkissed is 758 kilojoules. Again, around that 400 is 100 calories. So that's almost double, so that's almost 200 calories in that. More than what I would say for if you're on a weight loss track, more than I would say you want for even an afternoon or a morning snack. Sugars are 44.3 grams, so again there's 11 teaspoons of sugar in there. Sodium's quite high with 45 milligrams. Yeah, so again, you know, a soft drink, soda, pop, whatever you call it, not the best for you. Some other things I have around the house is wine. Obviously you don't get to be able to label read too much. You can see how warm it is here. I just took this out not even 2 minutes before I went live. So that's that. There is a beer here. Mark gets all different beers, so I'm assuming that on like the 6-pack holder, the case holder, it'd tell you what it is. Of course, these, they don't say it. I really wasn't aware of that. I've never actually looked. However, that's that for today. Be mindful of what you are drinking. Write it down. Take off your water. Try and do that for the week. Just to help you get a glimpse of where you are with your water intake. You know, the holidays are coming up, and the hardest part of holidays is to stay relaxed, stay hydrated, and stay rested. Water is key to stay relaxed, rested, and hydrated. So when we're doing so much and our routines change so much, and there's more going out, there's more celebrating, water's key, even if you can get it up the intake beforehand. In the weeks following, because your skin is going to benefit, your sleep is going to benefit, your mind is going to benefit. You're going to feel so much better the more water you can get in. So be really mindful. Just a small, you know, post-it note, tick off your waters. I actually really like the jars, so I filled up the jar using my 1 cup. Hi Margaret, good morning. Margaret knows me in water. When she was here, we downed the water. It was great. And I've been on that track since pretty much we got in this routine about working in the house and stuff. So it's been great for me. But yeah, I took a 1 cup measuring cup, and I just filled up my jar to see how much water it holds, and it holds 2 cups and a bit. So I'm happy to say, again, rounding it off, this is my 2 cups of water. If I can get 8 or more of these in, no. Woo, Kelly. 2 of these would be a liter for 6. So I try for 6 to 8. Yeah, actually, I was right with the 8. I don't do my Post-it note anymore because I know as long as I know I'm running to and from the bathroom all day, I'm pretty sweet. At night, I do need to stop drinking my water probably around that 7:30 mark, so I don't wake up all night. But other than that, it's a give and a take. So start marking your water if you want to. It'll help you be way more mindful of your hydration. You can tell how hydrated you are based on your urine. It's obviously the color, the smell. If your goal is all day to get it as clear as possible, winning goal. Very easy, to watch and achieve, because all it is just drinking a couple more glasses of water. Starting out your day with a glass of water, or I try and get my lemon water in plus a jar, so 2 cups. And in my mug it's about 2 cups as well, so I try and have a liter before I eat anything, because for me it makes me feel really good. It just clears away the brain fog for me, actually. It's really clear head, and I love the way I feel all day as long as I started off with some good water. So on that note, I will let you go, and I will be back tomorrow. Talk to you soon.